Hello there, Mike Grabham here again today. Yep, hack. You know, today I just want to talk about investors and experts. So, here's a story about talking to experts and talking to investors and just kind of following through what they're saying and taking their feedback maybe a bit too literally. So here's a story where a investor, which was a single investor for a company, they only had one investor at this point, which is actually a bad thing, everyone. You don't want just one investor, especially if it's a major investor, because they use their weight and may help you make decisions in the wrong way. So here's a story. So I'm helping a company and they have one single investor. They it's actually a kind of a retail concept. So they're opening stores and they start to run out of money because they just raised a little bit of money, so they start to run out of money. So they go talk to their investor, and the investor starts basically telling them what to do, right? So at the end of the day, they made some decisions that they really didn't want to do, but they didn't have any choices because they ran out of money, and they were just so far invested in what the investor's vision was that they totally lost the kind of the path they were going down, and they're still in business, but I think the writing is kind of on the wall because they've probably made some decisions that probably they don't think is right, but they were kind of forced to because of this one investor. And I don't think the investor is actually a bad guy. It's just these guys got down the road too far. So those things you have to avoid. So here's some things when you're talking to investors and experts. So when you're building your company, building your product, your service, whatever it is, you many times will hopefully you're doing some outreach and you're finding and meeting some people that really know a lot about the space you're in. So maybe it's a product or maybe it's a service, but whatever, you find a person that really knows the space. So you're spending that time and what you're doing is you're getting the feedback from their data points, but all they are data points. They're not the perfect path, because here's the thing about an expert. An expert, many of these people, PhDs and tons of education or tons of time spent in an industry, they're only seeing it from how the industry has always done it. And you may be doing it differently, or you may not be doing it now differently, but you end up doing it differently. So you have to understand that. It's so important that these experts are coming from one direction. Think about it. They've done this thing for 10 or 15 or 20 years, 30 years sometimes, where they just have one viewpoint. So understand that their data points that they're giving you is just data points. It is not the yellow brick road to take the path down to make your company successful. They're just data points. The same thing with investors. You listen to investors, you hear what they have to say, you listen to why they're doing it and why they've made decisions and why they believe this or why they believe that, but you don't have to take every suggestion. It's just, one, you shouldn't do that, but two, the investor doesn't expect you to do that. They're just sharing their opinions. They're sharing their experiences. They're sharing their expertise, and sometimes. So just be aware that it's not just their path. That goes with both experts and investors. So there's my clues for the day. Take care. Until next time, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.